Welcome back to what? Hello. Thank you for being here. I don't really know how to say it, but basically I was raised to be like a straight girly girl, but then I've become like a Masc queer. And I guess I want to talk about that. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people raise their kid a certain way and how they want them to grow up, but like I feel like I grew up in the exact opposite direction that my family wanted, I guess. So yeah, I was raised to be a straight girly girl. You know, I was dressed in all the pinks and the purples and whatever, all the dresses, and everybody was like, boys, boys, boys. And when you get married to a man and blah, blah, blah. And I was raised religious. I was raised a Christian. Not that anymore, but that's not what this is about. Basically, this video is about you can't raise your kid to be what you want, because chances are they're gonna be nothing like that. And I'm not saying like you can't raise them to be how you want. Like you can raise them to be like respectful and stuff like that, but you can't raise your kid to be straight. That's why I never really understand when parents are like, don't let my kid do this, or don't let my kid play with that toy, don't put them in this color, because that makes them gay. Like, I'm just like, what? Because this doesn't make any sense. I was raised watching all the Barbie movies, all the princess movies, all the girly movies. I watched them all and I loved it. And I guess that's what confuses people now, seeing me grow up this way, like my hair is short, cut on the side, you know, I'm Masc and I'm freaking queer, is because like I am nothing like how I was when I was younger. Even like in high school, it wasn't even like a kid thing. It's just I've always been like that. But it's always something expected of me. Like I've always dressed what's expected of me, and I didn't really explore, you know, stylization until I was like in college, and I started realizing like I really can dress however I want, and I don't want to dress like this. And then I just progressively became this. You know, I wasn't really crazy. Like I didn't play with, it's not like I play with boy toys and no, I'm gay. Even though you look at a lot of the boys' toys and all they got was like underwear on. I didn't like boy stuff when I was a kid. Maybe like the typical things that are associated with boys, like rough housing, or like playing in dirt, like things that kids actually like, but people just think only boys like it. Like I don't know. Ever since the last time I went to a wedding and I put on a dress, I was gorgeous. You know, I'm gorgeous when I'm all femmed up. Okay, so, you know, it's not really the thing is like I don't think I'm beautiful or whatever, because the thing is I love feminine things. I love femininity. You know, I love all the prettiness, all the cute girly girl things. I love it. But the thing is, it's just not for me. You know, I'm a little femme code. I'm a little girly. You know, I'm not afraid of my feminine side. But the thing is, I'm not going to force feminine expectations onto myself that I genuinely don't want. And the thing is, like, a lot of people everyone, I can't even say a lot of people, everyone was surprised that I ended up looking like this. And so growing up, I loved what I was wearing. Like, I loved the dresses, I loved all the princess movies, I loved all the girly things. So it was understandable to think that I liked wearing those girly things, that I liked wearing the dresses, wearing the makeup, wearing this, wearing that. You would think that I like it because I was wearing it, and I was thinking it's cute, you know? I can't speak for kid me. I don't know what kid me was thinking, but a little bit older me, having a bit of a conscience, I always felt uncomfortable and looking feminine. But I always just dressed it because I was like, you know, my sisters, they're feminine. They love it. They love looking beautiful. People tell me how beautiful I look and how gorgeous I am and how pretty I am. And it's like, okay, these are compliments. These are good things that people are telling me. But I would keep doing it because people are like, hey, good job. And I'm like, okay, it's a good job. That means keep doing it. Yes. And I would look at myself and like, okay, I'm pretty. I look pretty. This is good. But I never felt comfortable. I probably felt a bit of confidence because like, okay, I know I look good. But then I always have that insecure feeling of like, in my body. I was like, my body feels like it's exposed. Because you know how feminine clothes are. They always go into your curves and they show off your chest and your butt and curves. And, you know, I got stuff going on. So I felt like, okay, everyone knows what I got going on. It's weird. I consider myself non-binary, so maybe that's the reason. I don't really know what the reason is. I don't like having a feminine figure, but because of my body type, I can kind of get away from the feminine figure because I have a very wide body. I'm a wide bitch. Because of how I'm shaped, like my shoulders can be wider than my hips. I don't know how it's gonna be once I lose weight, but I have wide shoulders. I've always had I don't know. I have some masculine features, not in my face though. Like I know I got pretty eyes and stuff like that. I loved all the girly stuff, and people expected me to always be girly, especially like all the rest of my sisters. They're all girly girls. They may have tomboy outfits and stuff, like tomboy moments, but they're girly. Like my mother's girly. Like, you know, it's basically what's expected of women. People expect women to be girly, and I don't consider myself a tomboy because I feel like tomboys have a good mix of feminine and masculine. Like you can kind of tell the difference between a tomboy and a Masc person, because a Masc person, they go a little bit harder, and I'm just using those terms lightly. I use feminine and masculine because I feel like that makes more sense. Like it's more simplistic. I never really understand people being afraid of giving their kid a toy that doesn't go with their gender, or giving them clothes that doesn't go with their gender, or even like all the girls' clothes are just pink, purple, and all the boys' clothes are like blue, red, or whatever. I don't fucking know. Why do people go so hard on, I can't think of a better word of like affirming the kid's gender. People are more lenient about when it comes to adults, but people go so hard when it comes to kids, and I'll never understand why, because it doesn't matter how hard you go pushing a certain gender on a kid. It's not gonna do anything, because at the end of the day, your kid's gonna want to be whatever they want to be, or dress however they want. And it makes me a little sad sometimes when a kid wants a certain thing. Like I hear a kid and they're like, oh, I want that toy, and their parent or whatever be like, no, that toy is for boys, and the kid's a girl. And it doesn't really make sense, because in the kid's mind, that's a toy and they want that toy. There's no gender to it. There's nothing. It doesn't matter to them. They see their character that they like freaking chase off of that dog, puppy, cop, whatever, and that's their favorite character. But it's not their fault that every cup or whatever, every toy is so blue and so boy. But you know, that's genuinely their favorite character. What if they want to be a cop when they grow up? But because it's a boy's toy, they can't get it because they're a girl. And it doesn't really make any sense to me. I kind of just give whatever I want that my niece likes. Like if she likes Paw Patrol and she wants the Chase toy, I give her the Chase toy, because who gives a shit? That's what she wanted. Giving her that, it's not going to make her a boy, and it's not going to make her gay. And even then in the future, if that does happen, it's not because I gave her a freaking Chase toy. Like gender stereotypes or gender roles are just so stupid. Basically, focusing too hard on making sure they stay their gender forever, or making sure they don't become gay or whatever, is pretty much pointless. I believe that being gay is genetic. That's just what I believe. There's somewhat of a proof that there's something in your body that makes you gay. I don't know. There's not really much proof, but I don't really give a shit. I'm just saying that's what I believe. I feel like you're born gay, or you're born straight, or you're born in between, you know, whatever the case. It's not a nurture thing. Like you can't become gay. I feel like people have the realization very early on. You know, sometimes we push it down, or we all do. Some people might click on this video and be like, why did I go from like the girly kid to what I am now, the creature I am now? But there really isn't no why. It's kind of more like unveiling a true character under like a mask or something, you know? Like the mask was the girly character, but underneath that girly character was always that Masc character that either was scared to come out or just unaware, didn't know it was going to be uncovered. And I feel like I am at the most confident I've ever been, the most like comfortable I've ever been in my own body. I have more I need to do, but it's mainly like non-binary dysphoria, and I'm going to talk about that in a video one day. And I feel like there's a lot of parents that tried to stop their kid from being queer and gay, or not being the girly kid or not being the masculine boy. It's already in them. It's already in their path. It's already in their future. You can't stop it. You can't. If you can relate to anything that I said, or, you know, what's your opinions on people that force a gender onto their kids, you know? Does it make you sad when a parent says no to their kid when, say, like a boy and he wants, you know, a Barbie doll, maybe because he thinks it's pretty, and he wants a Barbie doll, but they're like, no, that's gonna make you gay, or whatever stupid shit. Do people actually think giving their boy kid a Barbie is gonna turn them into a woman or something? That's not how it works. It's the Lady Gaga song, We're Born This Way. If you liked this video, please leave it a like and, you know, subscribe, and definitely comment. I read every single comment. I can't really respond to every comment or heart every comment, but just know in my heart, I heart and respond to every comment. I just mainly want this video to be a video that a lot of people can relate to. You know, I want this to be a relatable queer video. I'm gonna go now. I got pasta waiting for me, bitches. Bye.